Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. Sharky Waters Wednesday Night Dive. I'm your host, Dom, and with me behind the scenes, as always, back from Mexico is Tor, our producer. And off scenes, our creative director, Jacqueline, and Cassandra, our pro commentator, is not feeling well this evening. We're wishing her well. Hope she feels better. Says she lost her voice, so she's no good to us in the commentary booth like that, so you'll have to catch some rest. This evening, a long-awaited episode for me is our director and clock doctor, Eric Okerlund. Everybody's get a chance. You've heard him on the sidelines and you've seen him with his ups and downs on the crew matches, Crew of the Hills. Now we're going to dive in and get to learn a little bit more about him. This evening on the drill for the evening, what do we call that? The nine ball is what we're going to call that. Let's get started on that. You want to flip the clock?
Yeah. There's another slide.
Okay, so the name of the game here is running out the table. What we did here was we randomly set up all of the balls, and assuming that you're gonna miss every once in a while, that you pull them back out and pay no mind to like where they are. I would suggest that you don't put the one ball in the center of the table, because then you gotta make like a pretty miraculous shot to go in, because you can see it's not available anywhere.
So take out the side ones first, maybe the corner ones might be.
I'm just saying, if you started with the one ball in the middle, then you'd have to combo, I suppose, to start your run out.
That'd be interesting.
But same as all of our other drills, we're thinking about our alignment almost more than anything. The line of aim on the shot in correlation to the alignment of your body and your balance, your posture as you go down. I've been focusing a lot on making sure that I can get as consistent as possible on the approach to the cue ball, on how far my hand is from the cue ball and how far I am from the cue ball when I go down. I'm trying to make that real familiar. And
Does that change the distance you want to, the strength you want to hit the cue ball?
Yeah, I think it depends on where the balls are, what other what other obstructions are, but like
how far,
to keep that in mind and to keep it as consistent as the shot allows and that the variables allow.
Like a pre-shot routine, it's always
important. Imagining the ghost ball. That ghost ball is like an imaginary ball that lives directly connected to the furthest point from the object ball to the back of the pocket. So if you can imagine where Eric's putting the two ball, like that. And then identify where you want to be for your next shot. You know, and beyond that, where you want to be for your next shot. Sometimes I imagine I have ball in hand, and I'm working my way from the 9 ball. I'm like, here,
work your way backwards,
nice
like
shot. If I shoot the 8 ball from over here, but the 7's over here, so I'm gonna have to shoot this way and come off to get to the 8 over here.
That reminds me of the old mazes when you were a kid and you first learned, like, wait, just start at the end and make your way backwards. A little cheating, but.
Yeah, I always, like when you, on the kids' menus at the restaurants.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Super easy if you start at
the maze that's actually a turtle or something.
Super easy if you start at the end. All right, I'm gonna try and go 2 rails here and sit right around here is my identifying spot.
Okay.
You have like center point I can have here, I can have there. Really gotta focus on making the ball though, not lose sight of that.
Nice. A little harder.
That's
absolutely something I do is sometimes if it's a really tough lead for me, I lose focus of actually making the shot. Like the most important part. You gotta make it or it doesn't even matter.
Now, you know, when we do the drills, we're like pretty flexible with the rules. So I think some people who are more strict would say, don't hit any other ball. And I prefer to operate the tables that way.
Oh yeah.
But I've got a chance to shoot a 3
fewer
here,
balls
but
that are moving,
I risk hitting the 5 there.
Fewer variables.
And I've got a 3 down there, but I risk a little scratch. I'm gonna see if I can hold it past the scratch. Nope. Dang. All right. So now, let's put the 3 on here. Pass me that ball and that ball. Okay, so now you go, and you'll see it's like a different route
Okay.
because the balls are in a different placement.
Yeah.
A little shuffle of them.
I was trying to come a little closer to the 5, but that's it. Oh, did it drift too far?
Tor, is that clock that Eric brought in the shop, or in the shot there? Can you see it from the camera?
Yeah, you can see it just in the lower left-hand corner of the screen there.
Yeah. For people not here, oh, you're gonna masse? I mean, it's your drill. You gonna jump shot? What are you gonna do here?
I'm gonna jump shot. I'm gonna,
All right. Yeah,
I'm gonna,
there you
yeah.
go.
Why not?
Here
I
you
haven't
go.
played pool in a while. Might as well just come out swinging, right?
Big break for the Sharky Waters crew. Tor, it's really good to have you back.
Yeah, it is.
It's good to be back.
Super jealous of the Mexico though.
Yeah.
Well,
You'll come,
maybe you
yeah.
guys will have to come with next time. There's some pretty mean pool players that we ran into in Puerto Vallarta. We got to watch league out there, and I think I saw a total of like 3 missed shots in the 2 hours that we were watching pool there.
Wow.
It was super impressive.
Yeah. That sounds like somewhere I'd want to go, for sure.
All right,
Instant
let me add it.
contact. I'm
Let
happy
me
with
add
it.
it. So I was saying, for the people who are not in the room, Eric was scrambling to put that thing together before the show
The
was
clock?
started.
Yeah.
And,
There's a few little tweaks and stuff, and I haven't. It's been in a box for a few days, waiting to come out here. So a few last-minute tweaks I had to make to it, make it actually work properly. But it looks like it's working right. Where's the time? Yeah.
yeah, how's the time on it?
I think it's looking good. It's definitely more accurate than the hourglass, half hourglass.
Well, I always call that the half-hour-ish glass.
Half hour-ish glass.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is.
That makes it more precise.
Yeah, yeah. As a clockmaker, I definitely appreciate that.
How long have you been making clocks?
About 4 years, a little over 4 years now.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
4?
I was in an apprenticeship for about 2.
So how many minutes is that?
You tell me, man. Too many to count.
Yeah. Well, was there 86,000 in a
Seemingly
seconds in a day?
interminable. Huh?
It's like 86,000 seconds in a day. Is that right?
We should look that up. I'm not
Well-
sure. I don't have my phone.
I got to tell you, I normally have somebody off camera to help me with that stuff.
Yeah,
but
that would be me.
He's on camera this evening.
I should just have my laptop over here.
Yeah. The man of many hats. Okay, I'm in good position here.
Yeah, you are. Come off for the 4 and then the 5.
I was fascinated when we met at the park, and you had told me that you make him work on clocks. It's
Yeah.
an
Such a
amazing-
unique way to meet
yeah.
somebody, too. You and Devin and someone else that none of us can remember.
Who was that?
Trying to figure it out for a long time.
That shot, I probably should have just stopped it
For the 5.
and then taken the cut, or just draw. But it was so straight on. I tried to shoot that with some English and changed my
Yeah.
position there. That was a bad shot.
Should we start over?
Yeah. Yeah, let's give it a couple tries. See if one of us can do it.
All right.
I think one of us can. We'll
Start
we'll play
anywhere
pretty
you
well.
want, huh? Yeah, we got this. No problem.
Hold on.
Okay, okay.
Hold on now. There you go.
You move, I move. Okay.
All right. Hold on. Bless you.
We're not allowed to touch other ones?
Oh, no, I think you're fine. Like I said, we're pretty casual, man. It's not as strict as, an atomic clock here.
Yeah, the radio clocks are the ones that like check in. I'll take that shot.
Yeah, before
I didn't even hear that.
I mean, before I get down to like the implications of like what is time and what are we doing with that, and what is wasted time. Tell me, like, how difficult on a scale of 1 to 10 is it to do what you do? Because in my mind, it's got to be like way up there.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people think that, and it is tough. But it's just like anything, really. You do it long enough, and it becomes simple. And this is it's mechanical. They're mechanical, right? So there's no like variables that you can't see and touch or hear or feel. So if you just, concentrate and take your time and use all your senses,
Yes.
you can just figure it out. It's once you, one thing leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another. It's like your Moscone wall at your old place, the Rube Goldberg.
Yeah. It's interesting how something so mechanical and so, like you said, kind of one triggers the next and triggers the next, can actually create such an abstract concept as time itself. What I mean? And then and the inverse effect of that is that we schedule and plan activities and events and parties and birthdays and bat mitzvahs and funerals and all kinds of things, all hinged around this like abstract idea, but it like calls people together, brings them together, and it like kind of homogenizes organization itself.
Oh yeah.
The whole idea of like Father Time, in my mind, is almost like a very westernized version of like some like Hirschna, Ganesh type stuff. You know what I mean? Like as Father Time goes on, the system moves on. But like if Father Time stopped, then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shiva stops dancing, the party's over. It's kind of like that belief. Do you feel pressure from time?
Sure. Yeah. Who doesn't?
Good question.
There's.
I was hoping that at the end of that question you'd be like, me? No, I manufacture the stuff aplenty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can make time, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Blow my mind and teach me the ways is what I was hoping to get out of this episode here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this won't end in a book.
Let's see here. Try and plan my path here.
Just a little follow up off the
Yeah,
ramp.
and then come out and see if I can split the little window in between the 6 and the 7. Oh,
Just want to say a quick hello to everyone in the chat rooms. Thanks for joining us tonight and tuning in and reaching out with your comments and
you
questions.
can hit any ball. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be in order, and we'll see who
you
can
want
run
to try
9
it?
balls.
Oh,
Just in order?
think I can do 9 balls.
All right, well, let's get
go
one
for it.
shot at it. Yeah.
Let's
take
go
them in
for it.
any order.
We'd love to hear more of your questions in the chat room. Make sure and get them in nice and early, and you'll have an opportunity to have those
Get this
questions
fucking 9 ball out of
read
there
out
early.
to Dom and Eric before the shark attack.
Okay, wait. We all both have one mulligan. That was unfortunate.
Hey, that happens to the best of us, man. Somebody put together a real good montage that says even the pros miss, and it has all the great players of the world just missing some pretty easy stuff.
Right? Sometimes the straightest shots are the easiest, or the most ones you hit all the time.
John Schmidt missed a 395th ball in a row. Dead. Nothing difficult about it. Just happens. But took it on the chin and like got right back up and ran 320.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have quit. You know?
Gotten frustrated?
Yeah, called it a day, kind of thing.
Well, that's the difference between someone who's just doing something and someone who's doing something because they have a passion about it.
Yeah,
You have a passion for it.
I'm gonna at least start.
That might be a good omen.
In life.
Just starting with one.
Almost went too far there, but I'm okay. little hard. It's like I missed that. Similarly, the first time we tried this.
To Tom, Kathy, Troy, I think we saw Jesse, Nathan, Caroline, or is it Carolyn?
Carolyn? Yeah.
Everyone in the chat room, thanks for saying hi. Thanks for being with us. Ed, saw Dom today at GW Games.
Go.
Said we'd be back on
We'll
tonight,
make
and
that
here we
your
are,
roll
Ed.
again. Well, you want
Thanks
to
for
make that your
tuning
roll
in.
again?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not going to cheat it out. That's unfortunate, though. I didn't have much 5-ball, but yeah, Ed hit us up about coming on the show.
Ed who?
Heck, I don't know. I'm on a first name basis with almost everybody in my life, thank God.
I like that.
You know, I don't talk to people by their government name.
A little bit different than I wanted.
So the clock work. It's work.
Just like everything else. Yeah. But I am starting a new business on the side of like 3D mapping real estate at first, and then work my way into hopefully like hotels, businesses, and things like that. Like, imagine if a hotel chain like hired me to go around to all their locations and map the lobbies and the.
I'm there. I can see it.
Yeah, and then I just get to travel and do something that I love.
Hello, Mr. Okerlund. This is JW Marriott.
Yeah, right?
I'm interested in your 3D printing services. Scanning. 3D scanning.
So it's really
Correct.
cool technology where little fire. You take like so there's like Google Street View, right? Is like you turn around and it's two-dimensional image.
Yeah. I once traveled directly behind, like I should say, like in like the caddy corner, like 7 o'clock region, behind a Google truck, smoking some weed, hoping that would make it on there.
There you go. All right, you want to give it another shot?
Yeah. I was just thinking how shameful we can't pull this off here. I'm gonna do it.
This isn't easy. I mean, it is relatively easy because there's no really balls blocking other balls, but running 9 balls cold.
Listen, we're not doing relativity tonight. We're doing time. It is relative, and it's an incredibly difficult game in its virtue of itself. They're all hard.
Yeah. So yeah, basically what this does is instead of a 2-dimensional image, it takes like a special 3-dimensional camera that has like 6 different lenses on the front. I think it's 6. You put it up on a tripod and like turn it on, and it spins in.
I did it again.
Ooh. In a circle and takes an image, right? And then on an app, you get to see where it's mapped and where the room hasn't seen the room yet. You move the camera to a different spot, map it, and you do it like every 6-10 feet or something. And it ends up producing this immersible, like interactive file, a digital file online that you can click on and go inside of the house and walk around and look and like click on points and get information, or but it's like you feel like you're there because it's actually 3-dimensional images. It's, you know what I'm saying? The shadows and all that stuff. And
You want one more try?
yeah. And then it also produces like a dollhouse view. So in the CAD program, like, without a house without the walls, so you can like turn it around, look at it, and then a floor plan that's down to the inch. So it's pretty
Spin
cool.
the house around, look at it upside down.
Oh yeah.
Why do people need to do that?
To get a feel for like how rooms relate to other rooms. Maybe not upside down.
Get a feel for how my house feels upside down. I tell you what, when I feel that need, I usually just spend a moment upside down. What my son calls upside down land.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Tor sharking me here. Is it working still?
Yeah.
This thing should be pretty accurate if you can see the hands too.
All right, one more for me.
I think it's in the side there.
This one's tough. I gotta get from the 1 ball to the 2 ball. That's a tough shot there.
We're doing any ball, any pocket.
I know, but
Okay,
I
you want to do
can't.
two?
I
You want to do
can't.
them in a
My-
row? Okay.
What happens is I go for it in order, and then I tell myself, well, when I get out of line, I'll take a different ball.
I like it. I like it.
And then,
Like now.
yeah, like, okay, I'll take a different ball. But I still don't like it.
It's such a beautiful day today. We've needed one of those in a while for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the ratio of your workload when we're talking clocks to scanning?
So scanning is in its initial phases right now. I just have got the equipment and got my licensing and building website and content and spreading my name out there and stuff like that. And so I would probably be up and running in a couple months, realistically.
Okay.
I'm thinking 2 months would be great, but it might be longer. I usually underestimate the difficulty of these things sometimes.
Tor and I
Or not the
both
difficulty,
have,
but the time consuming of working with governments and
Oh,
doing
yeah.
forms. And all, it's very time consuming.
the bureaucracy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
it's-
tend to overestimate I just tend to hope for what I can get done in a day. You know what I mean? And I don't
Yeah.
have to tell you, there's just
Yeah.
not enough minutes in a day.
Absolutely.
So. Pace
Got a good run going.
seems to be like a really good thing to focus on when you're battling the inevitable weatherings of time. You know what I mean? The weight and fatigue that time can bring.
Pace.
Pace, yeah, pacing yourself.
Yeah, not rushing. Realizing that you have to experience every moment and then it's gone, and so you might as well be there for it.
On
Nice shot.
the cue cards, I've got to ask you your philosophies of the value of time. And it's funny you were kind of mentioning that already. In my mind, we have a really bad habit of our society glorifying being busy. And if you think about being busy, being I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, that's that Rube Goldberg you're talking about. And you've burned your time.
There are definitely
you're not
ways to get better
necessarily
at that too.
using your time
Not always
wisely
easy.
if you're not valuing your deeds and to-dos on your list wisely, and you're just knocking them off. You've got to
Yeah.
really do wise prioritizing.
Yeah, which I've been forced to work on, a lot over the years, over the last few, especially with the business and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's been really cool to learn different habits and realize that you can change any habits that you want as long as you just
Totally.
put in the time.
No, I've not known you
so to
very long,
speak.
but I've been really impressed with, for one thing, that you always do, at our Sharky Waters meetings and after film sessions and stuff, is you're a note taker.
Yeah. Well, I'm a note taker because I'm notoriously forgetful. So I've learned that I need to be, but it has been turned into a good habit. And come on now,
I'll take that though. That was
this will be your one mulligan.
Yeah, you get one mulligan, right? That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Eric, we've got a chat room question for you if you'll field it real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Tom Heavey wants to know, are there timepieces like John Harrison Marine chronometer made today?
Let me come look at that question.
Tom Heavey, hello, and can't wait to have you on. I'd like to know when he's going to be in town.
So are there watches like those, Marine? I'm sure there are. To be honest, watches aren't as much of a thing as my thing as clocks are. Just because they're a lot smaller and You got to use the goggles and hunched over and tweezers for everything, which can be fun sometimes, but it's a lot more tedious than clocks. But I definitely know some watch guys. So if you're interested in things like that, you feel free to reach out to me, and I can put you in touch with some people that know a lot more about that than I do.
So that clock piece over there has a lunar face to it too that you can't tell. This is just like
Yeah.
the guts of a clock.
Yeah. Basically, so this is a grandfather clock, a typical grandfather clock. Normally, this would be right there, so you'd be able to see that, and that's all you see is the
Let them see the back of that thing. That's pretty cool.
The back of this,
Yeah, how all that.
There's also the
attaches
back
to
of this, which has the gears that move this guy. That moves, once per day, 1 click per day, and keeps track of the lunar phase. And so it tells you what the moon's doing out, as long as the clock doesn't stop running. But
Now, I'm a advocate that the moon is affecting our psychology. I know that that's debatable in the science camps, but
I think.
How are you feeling
lunar.
about
The moon has a lot of
lunatic.
Yeah, has
know,
a lot of
lunar
effect
cycle.
on the Earth, just physically speaking. So I can imagine that it would cause other changes as well. And
I always
that.
thought because the moon affects the tides and so much of the water on the planet, and because the makeup of the human body has so much water in it, that there must be some correlation there.
your body's changing as
I
it's
think-
moving the water. Because you're what,
I think there's all
75?
the water coming to the top of your
Yeah.
head.
What are you, 70 or 75% of your body is water?
I couldn't give you the answer to that, but I know that it's pretty close. Tor's got some in the commentator booth on the right-hand drawer, actually. It's in a long. Yep.
Thank you.
My value of time has definitely changed as time has gone on.
Oh,
You
sure.
know,
Yeah,
that's,
you definitely
that's an interesting
gain
factor.
an appreciation for it, don't you?
And my brother once had a conversation with me one time, Conrad, about how, mathematically speaking, the day you're born, you're 1 day over 1 lifetime. And that's like the fraction they have. And then the next day, you're 2 days over 1 lifetime. And so mathematically speaking, that day feels like twice as fast as the last one. And our
Okay.
brains actually kind of calculate on that mathematical sense in a linear pattern.
Well, you think about you drive to work every day, right? The more you drive it, the faster it goes, basically, unless you're hitting traffic. But the more you drive a route, you're just you're so used to the pattern and everything that you get used to it. It feels faster and faster.
Yeah, I think about the Olympics in that way, like constantly trimming off records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always, every year. Hasn't been a Olympics year yet that a record hasn't been broken.
Oh, for sure.
That we've gotten faster, quicker, higher, longer.
It's
You know
just
what I
going to exponentially, seems like.
Now we're getting into entropy. I'm telling you, I'm trying to stick with time. This is a tough shot.
Great hit. Son of a bitch. I thought I had you trapped there.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what kind of game it's going to be.
So, are you looking forward to? Speaking of lunar and all of that, are you going to be waning off of doing clocks and doing more of this 3D thing? Is that more?
Yeah,
is that
I'm
the
gonna
goal?
be forced to. And yeah, I'm a man that craves variety in my week. I've learned, it makes me happiest when I'm doing different things throughout the week. And so this is just another thing that I can add in and do, as much time as I need to commit to the mapping. I'll commit the rest of the time to clockmaking.
Yeah.
You know, and I've become more. I don't take like every clock anymore. I only take certain ones, grandfather clocks and weight-driven clocks, basically. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones I like to work on the most, and and I figure, why not do the part that makes you happy?
Well, you heard it here, folks. Get your clock doctoring in now while you can.
Well, I'll be doing it for the rest of my life. I've committed too much time and money into the stuff that I've needed, the tools and the everything, and it's fascinating, and it's in my blood. My grandfather did it, so I
Okay,
will
so
definitely.
now you're talking time equals investment,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then there's a value that leverages off of all of that, and you got too much skin in the game to walk away now.
yeah, for sure.
You say your grandfather?
Yeah, my dad's dad did it. His name was Ernest Thorvald Okerlund.
What a name.
Same initials as me, ETO.
What a name.
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like that'd be like the name you find out that is Father Time's name.
There we go.
You know.
I like it. Let's stick with that.
Well, I just got the cue from Tor back there that
We're getting close here.
yeah.
We doing crew match next?
Yep.
All
You
right.
know it. Let's see if I can make it quick.
I see it. Damn it.
I hung myself on the 3-ball anyway, but
Yeah.
have you ever seen that video of the diamond pool table that a guy fires in the 2-ball straight into the side pocket, and it goes into the ball return so fast and so quick that it shoots out the other side pocket and
Really?
lands on the table? Yeah,
But you have to put a lot of backspin on that, maybe to catch it and get it.
I
wrong
mean,
quickly. I don't know.
everything on that's got to be perfect for that to happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like caught on film, it was like on, you can tell it's like the bar security footage that caught it. Oh, curved. Dude, I don't want to shark you too bad for the crew match because I know that you're rematching Tor, but that guy was playing lights out this morning.
Tor was? Mm-hmm. Oh no. Yeah, we haven't been able to do our weekly drills in a little while. He was out
on
of town,
Mondays,
and
yeah.
then we've both been busy, you know. But But yeah, I've seen him hit some beautiful and scary shots. Definitely got to respect for the table.
I was just trying to swing at that there. Probably should have shot softer. It might have gone in the side.
Keep giving myself these monster cuts.
Tor, did you get any wins in on the b-ball court this morning?
I did.
Nice.
I played 2 games, lost our first one. We came back and won the second one.
Nice.
Just like a pickup game?
Yeah, we play on Wednesdays.
Yeah, YMCA crowd. We like go in early with some of the older guys, and I gotta say it's some pretty A1 basketball.
Nice.
I won 3 and lost 1.
Yeah? What is it? How many people usually show up?
Oh man, it's like 2 courts of 4-on-4, 2 courts of 5-on-5 sometimes.
Sit. Oh, I should have come back. I didn't even think about that. Would have
Now
been
you're
easier.
no man's
Would have been
land.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah, good bunch of dudes. They're all like random different fields of work that they all do, and
Yeah.
they're all just trying to get their cardio in.
I've noticed that I undercut that shot. I've tried that like 3 times in the last few weeks.
I tried to stick you behind the 8-ball, but I rolled it too far forward. You do anything like that to stay fit, or is it all work?
I play racquetball. I'm a Y member.
Look at that.
I
Yeah.
love racquetball.
Yeah,
It's such
trip
an
out.
intense workout.
Yeah.
But my ankle from being last year broke it, and so I thought I was gonna be like not be able to do anything, be screwed. But
I've never played racquetball, so you probably owe me a broken ankle as a spot. But
dude, racquetball's a blast, and you're scrambling all over that court.
my
so
father
it's an
played.
intense workout.
Yeah, my father played. He loved it.
Yeah. And I also play softball too on a couple teams.
Oh, I knew that. I didn't know that. Those have got to be getting up and running, right?
Oh yeah, we're a few games in now.
How do you do?
We're playing well. We've played a couple good teams in the beginning, so we've lost a few, but we're playing good. Both teams are.
Tough break.
And because of the leg, I don't really feel comfortable in an outfield, like running with potholes. You know, I don't want to twist my ankle. So I've been playing like third base or first base, catcher, stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. Infield. Do you ever play ball? Baseball?
I played t-ball,
Nice.
and I was not very strong at that. Took me a long time to step into being good at basketball.
Oh, I missed it. Do they have to like stack two tees on top of each other for you?
No, I think I was like small enough that I
Yeah, when did you hit your growing spurt as a kid? When did you?
I think like straight out of the gate, man. I want to say I was like 23 and a half inches. So I was like a half inch from being 2 feet tall. But I was always pretty big. And my father was pretty absent in like the childhood years.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And so I didn't have any like guidance in that arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like awful, like the kid whose dad wasn't there. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I remember rooting for my teammates, being excited for some of them that were good. You know what I mean? When you
Yeah.
like watch that one kid who can do it at practice and stuff, and then it's his turn at the game, and you're like,
How excited for him?
yeah, my teammate's
Yeah.
gonna crack one on you guys. You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get all excited about that. I
Dude,
really
team
enjoyed that kind of
camaraderie.
stuff.
That's one of the best parts of softball is like working together as a team, getting excited for each other. And, Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure.
that's a tough leave.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
Oh. No, I did lacrosse.
Okay.
Yeah. I was captain of the defense team in the charter program. So
Oh,
it was
nice.
like before my high school had a lacrosse program, we had to do this like pay your own way, and parents, it was like club style before the school would sponsor it.
Yeah.
And we were like horrible. We were like the Mighty Ducks. But
Yeah.
it's like a pretty good program now, so it feels good to be on the opening team of that.
For sure.
Nice.
Well, there you go,
Crew
guys.
match.
Yeah, time for the crew match.
All right, everybody, thanks for being here with us for the open swim. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, I will be defending my title. And since the only other crew member here for this episode today is Eric, he gets to come straight back in and have another shot at being the winner. So bear with us for just one moment, and when we be back, we will be more Sharky than ever.
Yeah, Dom here on the commentator booth. That's a new one. Feel really out of place, but I'm looking forward to this showdown. Like I said before, Tor was playing really good before, and Eric made some good shots in the getting in the warm-ups. Go ahead and rack them up. I think our classic coin is underneath the hourglass.
I think it's up here. Yes.
Yep.
VIP or crown, good sir?
Crown. Your break.
There you have it. Eric wins the break. I don't think that's going to phase Tor any, though. He's like mind strong right now.
I'm kind of happy that clock's still running.
Oh, that would be.
It's on carpet. It's like stuff.
A lot of variables to a tight and right clock, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, enough about that. Here's a tight and right rack, and this is the Crew of the Hill match. Eric and Tor. It is a nice break. That's a classic Shark Attack break. We've seen that one.
I should start breaking with my regular cue. Did pretty well.
It's a really tough look at the two ball that he's got there. You can see hard to see on from this angle if he's actually stuck to it or not. The shadow and the lighting here is tough. You can see there he missed the ball. I'm a little surprised he didn't go for the bank, but to each their own.
Nice about a brand new Predator.
I love it. Yeah. I feel like they should just do like sell muffin tops. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the first eighth of an inch is actually chalk, and then you spend an eighth. You know, you only spend an eighth of the cost for everything chalk, but you go through it a lot faster.
I recently saw online a device that shaves your chalk back to its like original shape.
So it just like shortens it. Cuts
Yeah.
It. Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Clever idea there.
It's better than my idea. I'll give them that.
It's the age of the Aquarius, man. We're doing like innovation. Innovation is hot right now. Whoa!
Whoa, that was
Talk about innovative.
nerve-wracking. Don't get
So
that.
talk about innovation. It's the old double kiss Carol.
Yeah. Talk about technically innovative there. That was amazing.
Don't hide.
Yeah, pretty wide pocket there, but I think the two ball got loose. He might have to go off the cushion first. Just hold here at this view and see what he does. Four ball's next. Doesn't want to go too hard, but he did go
I was
hard.
trying to break the four out.
You can see Tor's taking a little time to line up the two ball, give a little honor to the moment, and make sure that he's lined up. We'll overcut it there. Tor's real good at putting good focus into it as he's working on his fundamentals. He's gonna develop into a really good player just because of the intention that he's putting behind all of his shots and the analyzation that he's doing. He's real analytical. I'm excited to watch him grow. It's been a real treat to be able to help him and play with him, and we spend a lot of time together. So definitely have seen the growth already. Meanwhile, Eric here is trying to keep him in the captain's chair there for a minute. He's doing a good job. Soft bounce off the side rail here. He's going to be in a real good line for the six ball. All he's got to do is minimize his movement from the cue ball after contact here. That'll give him a little room for a soft follow on the 7.
If he's not going to shoot that, I don't know what he's going to shoot. You can see Moscone there showing his pantaloons. Hooked by the Finny Fin Fin. I've always wanted to say that. From back here, you know. See Tor taking his time lining up. Oh no. That's not good. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Eric here to make sure that he doesn't have to do any push-ups. I got one chance in the booth here. I gotta let all the one-liners fly.
Could be another year.
Yeah. Who knows?
All the stuff that we've been saying to you over the weeks.
It had to be said.
You can't get us. Sit.
Let's see how the angle here that he's gonna do here. I apologize if the camera angles are off on better shots, and they should be. Working a lot of angles here and really appreciating the work that goes into the crew who does the work back here. All right, it's coming down to a couple balls. See what happens. That's a good shot. Oh, that's a real good shot. The poise of the clock doctor. Yeah, that was a good finish. Strong finish. We'll have Tor come back. Good fight, man.
We're going to take another real short break here. And when we return, will be time for the Shark Attack. Eric versus Dom. Thanks everyone for tuning in to Sharky Waters. We will return shortly. All right, we're back. It's the Sharky Waters Shark Attack. Dom versus Eric. Tonight, this is going to be a game of 9-ball. We're going to have a race to 7. The two players are going to lag to determine who breaks. In 9-ball, you got to hit the lowest numbered ball first. After you hit that ball, you have to hit a cushion with the cue ball or the object ball for it to be a legal shot. You got to shoot every ball. If you scratch with ball in hand, you owe your opponent 10 push-ups. And if you win, the loser racks. Luck counts, which means you don't have to call your shots.
I just feel like it's.
These guys will be racing to 7 games. The first person to have 7 to pot the 9-ball 7 times will win. Let's watch the lag. really quality lag from Eric there. He's going to get to break this time. Nice break from Eric. One ball and the 3 ball drop on the break. Dom doesn't make that 2 the way he wants, but he ends up safe, and you see him use some nice, looks like some lower right English to make sure that he was able to avoid scratching in that side pocket. Nice 2-way opportunity. Eric kicks and has a weird bounce off the fin and sends that cue ball back the way he came. Fortunately, no contact means that Dom will have ball in hand on this next shot. Makes easy work of that too. Looking at the 4 ball now. Does a little shimmy and pops back out. Seems like Eric will have a clean look at this one. Comes off that 4 with pretty good speed. He's got a bit of an odd angle on this 5. Yeah, Eric looks like he tried to go safe and he ended up leaving an easy opportunity for Dom. Six ball in the corner. Good look at the 7. Big roll off the 7. You can see he's aiming that 8 ball. Side pocket comes around for great leave on the 9. And there you have it. First victory goes to Dom. Some strong play from both players today. Currently 1-0 in this race to 7. Dom being the victor means that he will break after Eric racks up the balls again for him. Now, we talk a lot about the strong breaks on this show, and we talk a lot about some of our players' size and their abilities to get some of those tough shots without needing a bridge, but something we just don't talk enough about is how the person that safeties more statistically is winning more matches here on Sharky Waters. Unfortunate, rare scratch on the break for Dom, though that one ball does go in the 7 as well. Eric with ball in hand has a nice and easy look on that too. Good leave on the 3. Finds himself a little stuck looking for that 4 ball. Serving the situation here. Gives it a good kick, gets that 9 ball moving a little bit. Goes for the bank in the opposite side pocket and gets a little weird bounce off the fin there. Fortunately for Dominic, his miss doesn't leave Eric with anything too easy. Shout out to our pro commentator, Cassandra Bryant, who just joined the chat room. Hope you're feeling well, Cassie. Beautiful cut by Eric, gets that 5 in the side. And again, cuts that 6 in, makes it look so easy, and he's got pretty decent look here at this 8 as well. Another great cut. Let's see just how great his cuts are here. This is a tough shot. His cuts will cut it this time. Strong finish by Eric, putting the score at 1-1 in this race to 7. It's a tie game here at Sharky Waters. Just overheard Eric saying he's going to change the cue that he's breaking with. So he's been liking the result. And with the 4-ball down on the break, looks like he'll like that result, though not too much because we've got a tough look at that one. Calls a push shot. Dom will have to choose to shoot it or give it back to Eric. Looks like he's going to shoot it. He shoots it, and what a way to come back from a push shot. Combo the 9 in for a win. Sporty shot. That'll put us at 2-1. Dominic is up by 1 game in this race to 7. Eric will rack him up and Dominic will break again. You know, it's interesting seeing how players' styles match up against each other. Eric and Dom play a lot of friendly matches here in the studio when we're not filming. Like I said, or like Eric said before, he and I typically run drills on Mondays, and it's always interesting getting to know someone's game and then seeing how that game works under pressure. You can see that both of these guys are playing well under pressure tonight. Pots the 2 on the break. Has a nice look at the 1, but that 5 is just in the way of the corner pocket there. Gives it a clean cut and gets it in the side. Looking at the 3-ball now. Tried to cut it that time, knife style. Tried to cut it like a knife, and it didn't quite go the way he was hoping. But this is not an easy look for Eric either. Opts to play safe. Really smart play.
Behind which he hides his true motives.
Remember, everybody out there in the chat room, if you can find our hidden shark, little shark toy hidden somewhere in the studio, we have a Sharky Waters sticker for you. So have a look around, see if you can find that little shark toy. Let us know in the comments if you think you know where it is. And we'll get your info from you and mail you one of those stickers. Clean cut on the 4. Nice combo. Gets the 5 in. Leaves himself a good look at that 4. Gets it to go. Just has eyes on the 6 there. Hides that 8 right up on the rail. After a strong couple cuts, it can be hard to make that decision to play a safety, especially with so few balls on the table. It really shows the patience and understanding in Eric's game. Looks like Dom was going for a split safety there, where you can kind of get that same awkward angle from vertical to go horizontal. Didn't quite hit it evenly, but it doesn't look like Eric has a real clean shot on this 8 here. Weird bounce off of two fins there. Gave him the deflection that got it in the opposite corner, and also that saved him from scratching and left him with hell of a good look on that 9. It's a bit of a long shot, though. Not long enough. Eric makes quick work, tying up the game 2-1 in this race to 7.
Oh, you should run over there. You might see it. See it real quick.
Push shot by Eric. Will leave Dom the option to shoot it or send it back, that is. Are you silly? As Eric was about to take the shot, Dom says, "Oh, I'll hit it." And Eric said, "Thank you." Nice little double there. Gets the 1 in the corner, bounces all the way, and hits the 4 in the other one. Nice look at the 2. Gets that in the side pocket nice and easy. Unfortunate.
What's the next song?
Nice little 3 in the corner there. Gives himself room to look at the 6. Makes that corner cut look easy. Little close to his work there on the 8, but we've seen him hit that before tonight even.
What's this song?
The song is called Gone. The artist, I do not know. Downloaded from SoundCloud playlist, I believe.
It sounds like the lead singer from Sixpence None the Richer. I know the song. Maybe that's who sings that.
Quite the strong game from Eric. He's taken his first lead of the night. 2-3. You know, normally it's the safeties, it's the defense that seems to win the games here, but seems like there's been no need for that tonight because the offense has been so on point from both players, really. Another good looking break, the 1 ball and the 6 ball drop. Right up next there on that 2 ball. Looks like maybe he was going for a safe. He ended up leaving Dom with a pretty clean look at that 2 in the corner pocket. Unfortunately, Dom can't quite clench the jaws of the corner pocket on that time. Sends that 2 ball flying out. Lands on the rail. Eric sends his object ball and cue ball not where intended, but ends up looking pretty safe. Nice looking cut again. 2 in the corner. Looks like that time the object ball and the cue ball land exactly where he intended. Nice looking safe. Can't cut it any closer than that, folks. Any more to the right, I think he would have not hit the ball at all. That was textbook. No more chasing around that 5 ball. Eric pots it right in the corner. Knocks the 7 ball down. Now he's got some work ahead of him here. A couple different ways to play this. And that'll do it. All tied up here, folks. 3-3 in this Sharky Waters Shark Attack. This is a 9-ball race to 7. The first person to pot the 9-ball 7 times will be the victor. Well, that's a rare dry break for Dom. Put Eric back up at the plate here. One in the corner, and he gets a little stuck behind that 8 and 7, looking at the 2 there. Kicks at the 2 and gets a nice little safety going. Dom busts out the jump cue, hits his target square on the nose, but leaves himself a little vulnerable there. Quick combo. Makes it look so easy. Pots the 9 in the corner. That'll put Eric up. 3-4. Dry break for Eric. Dom opts to push. Eric surveying the situation here. Looks like he's going to take a crack at it. Winds up finding himself very safe behind a lot of balls. Dom angles out the 2-rail. Gets an awesome hit. Doesn't land himself completely protected, but doesn't leave an easy one there for Eric either. There we go. Dom drops the 1. I was just about to say I'm surprised to see this many strokes and all 9 balls still on the table. But that is no more. Dom aims safe, does not quite land that cue ball where he hoped, but gotta say, either way, this looks like a tough one for Eric. Looked like Eric was trying to leave that 2 on the rail. Instead, he leaves it right out in the middle of the lake to be swallowed up by that corner pocket. And with a skip of a rock, that 3 goes all the way around that same lake and lands in that corner pocket. Dom will find himself pretty jammed behind these balls here. Breaks out the jump cue, gets that corner in the side pocket like a boss. Not quite what he was looking for with the 5 there. He leaves a really tough cut for Eric to follow up with. But we've seen Eric hitting some pretty tight cuts tonight. Looks like Dom makes easy work of that 5 and gets back around for the 6. He's going to have to kick or combo or something here. Secret third option, the safety. Love to see the defensive plays here. Can be really hard in a longer series like this to keep your offensive stamina up. So seeing these guys be smart, get some rest in, give their opponent a really tough shot. Dom lines it up nice and straight and just gets a little hula hoop action on that side pocket, sends that 6 ball right back out of there. A real do-si-do there. A real ring around the rosy. A real merry-go-round. A real Twister, the 1999 film classic.
So is Tremors.
Might be wrong about the year of that movie Twister. We'll have to look that up later. Looks like it was 1996. Looks like both our guys plagued a little bit by those tight fins in that corner pocket. Can't quite get that 6 to sink.
Yeah. I mean, it's on the same side.
Clean finish by Eric. He's been cutting them up. He's got the lead by 2 games here. 3-5. And your Sharky Waters Wednesday night dive. Shark Attack. Cool break by Eric there. Got the 1 and the 2, and long shot at the 3 made it look easy in that corner pocket. He's got a good look at this 4 now as well. Comes all the way around, a little bit longer than he was hoping for, it looks like. Eric got a clean look at that 5, but it just didn't drop for him. Hands it back to Dom, who sinks into the corner, and now he's got eyes on the 6. Cleans up that 6, little drawback. We'll give him a look at the 7. Had that 8 ball get in the way for him, but it's right back all up in that 7 balls business for Eric as well. Tricky. Tom had to give it a lot of speed to get that 7 to go in. It's such a tight cut. So much, in fact, that made this 8 look hard too. But that won't be difficult enough. Makes it look easy. Makes that look easy as well, but unfortunately, he'll scratch. And in this case, scratching on the 9 means that Eric will take the point. Really unfortunate end to a well-fought match by Dominic. Puts the score at 3-6. 3-ball falls on the break. A lot of object balls obstructing that one. Gets around and gets a pretty narrow cut, but not quite what he was looking for that time. Dom sends it all the way around behind the 9. Eric just saw a little piece of it, sent it all the way back around the table, and basically mirror imaged and left Dom with that same safety. Dom gets a real narrow cut on it, but fortunately sends it all the way back and scratches in the corner. Does a little dance and pops out of the corner there. Can't quite get that one to fall. Give the table back to Dom. Nice clean cut. One falls in the corner. More clean cutting from Eric there. 4 in the corner. Good look at the 5. Drops the 5 in the side pocket. Looking at the 6 now. Dunks that 6, and now he's got to do a little angle calculating here on the 7, it looks like. Mid-range fadeaway on the 7, gets a layup on the 8, and slam dunks the 9. That'll put Dom at 4 wins now, 4-6 in this Sharky Waters race to 7. Dom's got a long road ahead of him here. Eric's been playing a tough game, has not missed a whole lot of shots. We're starting to see where that endurance in your game comes into play here. And I got to say that these guys are still playing smart, taking their time. When they're feeling uncomfortable, they're relying on defense. Dom's usual corner pocket rattles out, but he gets a little love on a bump, and that 7 drops, which will keep him at the table. Little too light of a touch there. That one ball won't fall for him. Eric will clean up that one ball. It looks like he was looking for a little drawback there and ended up with a stop shot. Hard to say for sure. But luckily he's still got eyes on this 2 here. The 2 will fall in the side pocket. Little bounce off that back rail. We're looking at the 3 now.
Time that's changed my mind.
needed that one. Yeah.
Looked like he was about to leave that 5 there on a silver platter, and then that 8 rolled just in its way. Kicks at the 5 and gets a little bump off the fin and leaves a pretty straight shot here in the opposite side pocket for Dom. Doesn't get the corner he was looking for, but a nice friendly bounce out of the pocket there will land that 8 in the side. Rattles out in the same way. Unfortunately, doesn't get the friendly lucky drop on that one. We'll hand it back to Eric. Really tight cut. It looked like it was going to go in there, and then he just hit the fin and had it come back out. That'll do it. Eric takes the 7th dropped 9 ball, making him the winner. Had some good offense, had some good defense. Lucky for Eric that time. Just had a slightly better game. We're going to go ahead and move on now to the Break Pot, sponsored by Golden West Games. Rules of the Break Pot is that it's $10 to enter. Eric dropped his $10 off on the pot already. It looks like we're at a total of $126. So if you win the game, you take 90% of the pot home with you. So Eric's got a chance to win some real money here. You got to make a legal shot on every hit. You got to drop a ball on every hit. No magic rack. Dom racks them up. Luck counts. Let's see what Eric can do with the break pot today. Tragic scratch on the break.
A lot of that tonight.
I did like 2 of them.
Yeah, indeed.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks to our sponsors, Golden West Games. Thanks to the guest, Eric, the Clock Doctor. Great shooting, man. Way to hang in there. I know that's tough to beat a friend. You know what I mean? It really
never
is.
easy.
But you stuck in there and played real good. Please, everybody, thanks to, remember to like and share. And thank you for doing that to the people who have. Follow and subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on all the major platforms. And be sure to tune in next week. Our upcoming guests are going to be Jesse Bergman. Hopefully I can pull it together and play better than I did tonight against him, because my back's up against the wall against him. And then following that week is Jay Bernberg. Looking forward to that one. He hasn't double confirmed, but we have done some talks. We should be lined up. So tune in next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We hope you get some good practice in with the week's drills. And remember, perfect practice makes a perfect performance. Enjoy. Peace.
Me and my bitch took a little trip down to the garden, took a little dip.